It was about $1,700, $1,800 in one trade. I'm funded with a proprietary funding firm for four $25,000 accounts. And to be able to get funded and see that path continue forward for me is empowering and really good. So I have a long range plan with this, and the steps are starting to fall into place for me.
Right now, you can accomplish, let's say, 150 times 4, $600 a day based on your goal, right?
$600 a day, which is a lot more than my teaching salary back, when I was doing that. So that doesn't look too bad to me at all. Don't worry about not knowing what you're doing or a fear of not understanding something stop you. You'll join a community that from top to bottom is supportive, and the knowledge transfer will happen. This is a safe place to come in and learn and gain the skill and be supported.
Welcome to the Trader Spotlight, Tim. I'm happy to be here with you. First off, where are you calling from? Where are you located? Let me know about you.
I'm in what I'll call my summer office. So my wife and I spend about 6 months out of the year in our RV travel trailer in southern Vermont. So I'm in our campsite right on the West River in southern Vermont.
That's awesome. Well, how was your situation before, Tim? Prior to trading, what was it like?
Yeah. Paycheck to paycheck. And, I actually was a teacher most recently. I taught high school history and coached a basketball team for a teacher for the past 9 years.
Then walk me to the next step. How did you
Sure.
find us?
Well, I've invested in a few stocks over the years here. They are very small amounts, but I have a knack for buying into a stock and then losing money on it. So I was actually on YouTube trying to figure out how to read those candlestick charts. I figured I needed to know that to make better decisions. I had a lot of ignorance. I didn't even know what I didn't know. And so before one of the videos that I was going to watch, an ad for Exit for Profit came on. I shouldn't say never, but it's very rare that I actually watch one of those ads. And this was like, I think maybe a 5 or 6 minute ad, if I remember correctly. But I watched it, and my wife asked me about it, what I was watching, and I explained it to her. And I had no intention, to be honest with you, of doing it, because I wasn't at a point where I felt like I should be investing money in something on my behalf. We were already investing money in me staying home. But my wife's like, do it. And so I called, or reached out and ended up with a phone call the next day with one of your representatives. And then, found out about it. I'm like, I can't make this kind of decision without talking with my wife, Jill. So, we agreed to speak again the next day. And I'm like, I can't invest in like that. And I can't spend that money on me to do that. And she's like, number one, yes, you can. And number two, do it. It's very, she believed in me from the very beginning. So that's how I ended up signing on and joining the program.
And you mentioned the more you do this, the more success, the more conviction. I want to know this, Tim. Where are you at right now?
Where I'm at right now is I'm funded with a proprietary funding firm for four $25,000 accounts, which, through that firm gives me the right to trade with four mini-size contracts on the ES for each of those accounts, or 40 of the micros.
How does it make you feel getting funded for a total of, I say, $100,000 trading capital to trade with, Tim?
It makes me feel, in terms of getting funded, really good, because one of my big questions in the very beginning, even in my interview, or when I was talking with one of the representatives before joining, my big question was, okay, great, I have the money to invest in this education. I don't necessarily have the money to invest on my own of how to, to get in this market and make these trades. My question was, how do I do that? And so, this was one route that was explained to me. And to be able to get funded and allow that see that path continue forward for me is empowering and really good. It gives me because again, I'm goal oriented, so I have a long range plan with this, and the steps are starting to fall into place for me.
Could you remember a trade or two as you walk through this process? Could you visualize or walk me through the best trade if you could remember
Sure.
in the process of getting these funded trading accounts for yourself, Tim? I love
Okay.
to know.
My 3-to-1 risk reward ratio played out. I picked the right entry, and it went up about 10 points or whatever it was I needed to fund, and I got out of that. I got out of that trade immediately, and took profit. So that was fun to see that if I stuck to my plan and didn't try to force it, which is something I'm trying to grow out of, that it paid off. So
And for students and prospects and people that don't know about this business, future trading, what kind of gains or how much in profits were you able to make in that one day, Tim?
yeah, that would have been about a $1,700 trade.
What kind of things that you'll be able to do now that you didn't weren't able to do it before? Walk me through some of the things that you envision yourself doing now.
Yeah, I'm envisioning once I, reach my goals of us being able to travel when we want, us being able to be in this camper anytime we want, um, us being able to do things for our kids that we do a lot, but there's so much more both of us would like to do. So it's gonna give us those opportunities.
I hear a lot of positive impact that you
Mhm.
have with the people that's around you, and you've accomplished one of the milestones that people wish they're able to accomplish. Say the last few questions, I'll go with this. What would you tell someone that's watching right now, unsure about what we do here? What would you tell them, Tim?
For people that are unsure about what we do here at Exit for Profit, I would tell them to come in and embrace the community. That if they um, have interest in being a trader, um, don't worry about not knowing what you're doing or knowing what, you know, uh, let that fear of not understanding something stop you, because um, you'll join a community that from top to bottom, sideways, is supportive, and um, the knowledge transfer will happen. The biggest thing is come in and be coachable. Come in and be willing and open to learning. Um, and that's one of the things I had to make sure that I was, because again, I told you at the beginning, I thought, hey, I know this, the mental part of this, the emotional part of this is not going to be my problem. I was wrong. So but you have to be open to facing those challenges, but you're going to get a community that's going to help you. Everybody has been wonderful, so I would tell them this is a safe place to come in and learn and gain the skill and be supported.
Thank you so much for being this journey with us.
Well, thank you for reaching out, and I'm looking forward to continuing it. This is great.
Awesome, Tim. Any questions before we end the show here?
Nope, Fu, thank you. I appreciate it.